just in the beginning, but I have some pictures from today, so we're gonna check the new pictures. So here we have it. This is from today, 27. You see here, 27 March 11:33. So this is just for 1 hour, 2 hours ago, and you see this one, and I made it large here. So you see this one. So you can make it a little bit larger. See nicely. I have loaded some pictures. I want to show you to make this video short. I want to just show you this spaceship of King Anu from today. After I had the live broadcast, I went and done this one. Took the print screen image and saved them, show them again now, so everybody would see what was happening in the sky. So of course this is from today, and it went like this. Here I caught it here. So this spaceship is on the most high, and then we're gonna see it. It goes up, up, and comes here. Totally different. So this will be a good one. So this print screen thumbnail. You see here how it comes totally different, and you see how it's doing. So you see the different colors and the length. So we go on, we move on. We see this stuff people in the skies from today, and you see the spaceship looking on almost high. So this one we can make it bigger. See the shape. And then we have and here. So yeah, so this is a this is a morning star picture. And this is old actually. This is from 22. Just want to show you it. See here, 22, 1st of September. This is see here. This is from 23, 30 July. So you see this one. So this has been going on for a long time. That's what I'm saying, and still ongoing. And this is the spaceship of Anu, and this is happening as other events happening around. But we want to keep focus on what's happening in the sky. So documenting the sky, and you see this all. You see how it stretches. So now you see it here. It becomes like cigar shape. This is spaceship of King Anu as well. You see it here. This is we have the date. This is the evidence, people. This is the evidence, the date, and this is 30th of July, and you see here that is what is in the sky. So you cannot say this is an airplane or a helicopter or a drone. This is a spaceship, actually. Please like and share so I can keep my journey we have the date, and we see this is so you can check with the archive to check the authenticity of the picture I'm showing. So this is pray to the Most High Anu. So we're gonna read together incantation. O most excellent Lord, whose purification rites in heaven pure. O Anu, most excellent Lord, whose purification rites in heaven are pure. O God of heaven, Lord of the sign, Lord of the crown. O Anu, God of heaven, Lord of the sign, Lord of the crown, who absolves the day, Lord of the sign, Lord of the crown. O Anu, who absolves the day, Lord of the sign, Lord of the crown, who absolves evil, wicked and frightening dreams, evil powers and signs, who removes evil, sin, religious crimes, may the distress which was inflicted on me and constantly pursues me and binds missing my flesh be released through your incantation of life. May every sin that I committed against my goddess be absolved. May the heart of my angry God and my angry goddess subside. May your angry heart relent. May your mind be appeased. Have mercy, that I may lavish your temple with riches, and cause your door bolt to drip oil. Let me proclaim the praise of my Lord. Let me constantly and continually exalt the greatness of your great divinity. This is the wording of a lifted hand to Anu. So this is a prayer to Anu, the Most High. We just watched his spaceship. So this the god is the god of the heaven, also known Uranus in the Holy Bible. So here we read a little bit. So Narbu, greatness, is the verbal adjective from the end stem of Rabu, the signature, the singular, the singular. Bound form is Narbi, Kayana, always, constantly. Note the antecedent for the two ms pronomical suffix on ilutu is anu, the ut ending on the noun. Ilu is the abstract noun. So you have the connection between anu and ilu. You remember Jesus Christ on the cross, he cried, Ili, Ili, lima shabaktani. But some mean he said actually, Ilu, Ilu, lima shabaktani. So Ilu is anu. So Jesus Christ was calling his father, and that was very famous. What he said, everybody knew he's talking to Anu, but they didn't hear it. So somebody thought he was talking to Elia, El, Eli, but actually he said Ili, Ili, or Ilu, Ilu. So this is Anu. If you continue, Ilutu is Anu. The eutic ending on the noun Ilu is the abstract noun. So Ilu is Anu. And Tu, you see, Ilu. Then Tu. So this is Ilu is Anu, and Tu means something else. So creating the meaning, the state, creating the meaning, the state of being God or divinity, Sitmuru. So here we have God of heaven and Sama. Here you got the sky means Sama in Akkadian, and you get this Semitic maybe. Just maybe make a connection between the Semitic and Sama, God of heaven. They worship God of heaven, and we have the sky religion. they have this sky religion from the Sumerian god of heaven, because we read here, aside from its structural similarity to biblical prayers of like PS 20, perhaps 22, perhaps the most obvious point of comparison with this text and the Hebrew Bible is association of the deity with the heavens. In this Shuila, Anu is twice referred as Il Sama, God of heaven, Ilu, or Il. We know El from Il, Sama, God of heaven, a reference to the deity cosmic abode. You remember we talked about abode of God, or it is very divine nature. The biblical equivalent occurs just like Uranus. In Hebrew, I cannot read Hebrew and of course I cannot read Hebrew here. It's written in Hebrew. Most, if not all, the 23 instant of this phrase seem to be appear in late text. Nonetheless, authors Hebrew Bible applied this epithet to their God Yahweh. So they took it. They said the Sumerians they had it, this worship of the God of heaven, and they made it to the God of Anu, to Yahweh. So they changed it. They're saying that this kind of worship was taken from Sumerian, and the original God of heaven was Anu. Then they changed it to Yahweh, the Hebrew Bible. So you see, because the Hebrew Bible came later, the Sumerian were before. However, this point of contact leads to the point of strong contrast. It is one thing to be deemed the heavenly God or have the heavens declared as God in the case of Anu. It is quite another matter simply to state that the heavens constitute one of the abodes of the deity. It is the case for Yahweh. In fact, the Hebrew Bible is adamant that the heavens are not divine but are uh, merely one of Yahweh's many creations. Genesis proclaims that Elohim created. So the difference, because we see here the one deity who does not make good makes evil automatically. They are saying this is Yahweh. He makes when he's not making good, he's making evil. But the Anu is heaven, and heaven it is the it is where the kingdom, it is where the throne is. So Anu is related only to heaven, to the throne, and Yahweh is related to all these realms, all these dimensions, or what's called uh, we know that you have 3D dimension and 4D dimension stuff like when you're sleeping. It is we go to the fourth dimension when dreaming and stuff like that. And there's a fifth direction dimension. This is also from Galactic Federation. So of course I don't I know that they have knowledge, but they don't serve Anu. Galactic Federation they serve the enemy, the dragon actually. So we continue. So I'm trying to say here the difference between Anu and Yahweh. Yahweh is like God of the night and God of the day, like God of the sun. But Anu is God of the light. So we cannot say Anu is God of darkness, but you can say Yahweh is God of darkness because he's the God of the night, as the God of the day because of the sun. But of course, the sun is uh, from uh, from heaven, from the blue sky that is the heavens that was worship. And we know that the Sumerians put the blue eyes on their artifacts showing the divinity, and the Sumerians did not have blue eyes. So this is where we have also Tengeri. We talked about this one in Ural and in Turkey. All these Mongolian tribes they worship Tingir, Tingeri, when was known in Sumerian Dingir, that is Anu. So I made a video. Here we see the spaceship of King Anu. You see, this is the old picture. You see this. So, so here Morning Star, some pictures, old ones, and yeah, we're not watching more camera move, and we check what we can do about that. Another question, but yeah, so you see here. This is what I was trying to say here. I was showing you. You see how you see how it's. Can we find this one? These pictures also you didn't see. Remember this one? I showed you. Was the chariot throne of Keanu. We got from this webcam. We have this footage before. So a reminder, they changed the position, and we have this stuff. This is the sky. This is chariot throne of King Anu, and this is the Nibiru. This is how we know it. Here you see. This is. You see this here. This is here the bluish. That's a chariot. See it here near the morning star. So yeah, these pictures, people, very very important. You see the chariot. We land here, and we had it on videos called the landing of chariot. You see the chariot throne of King Anu, the bluish, and this is the planet it landed at. So you have all this footage. If you don't believe, it's up to you. But we have you judge as you wish. It's up to you to believe or not. It's just showing it's in the sky. So, this picture is. Yeah, this is here. Same sign. Also is on, in addition to referring to sky and heaven to Anu, the same sign could also be used at Dingir or Ilu. See, this was I'm talking about. Sumerian and Akkadian, Dingir or Ilu, the number 60 was associated with him. So Dingir, this is the Dingir, and this is Tengari here. So Ilu, El, Anu, you see here how it's connected to Yahweh and Allah. Ilu, spelled El, Il, Anu means the one true God in Syriac, Phoenician, Akkadian, Ugaritic, Arabic, and Proto-Semitic. Known as Yahweh, God, or Allah, is a Proto-Semitic, Canaanite, Arabian, Mesopotamian, and Phoenician God of uncertain sex. So Ashur here, you see, you remember we talked about Ashur, Ashur, Anshar. You remember the abode of God? We saw Anshar was Saturn, and he married Kishar, Earth. So Saturn married Earth, please share and like this video. We're talking about Anu, and we talked about Ashur, and we remember when Moses met Jehovah, he said, Asher, Asher, Aye, and this Asher is Enki. This Ashur is Marduk. Marduk Mordechai is Jupiter, Jove, planet Jupiter, and it was here like Zeus, Ashur like Zeus, uh, and we know that also Zeus in the Phoenician, he was called Zeus Hadad, and he was fighting with Uranus against Pontus, but Zeus he went and he got help from Pontus, was fighting against Uranus, and we know that Cronus is Saturn, and this is also Anshar, because Ashur is Marduk and Saturn also Marduk, because we count the 7 planets from the sun, and the Saturn and Jupiter they change places during the seasons and stuff like the location and the movement. And we know that there's another planet that knocked out Saturn or Tiamat. Actually, Tiamat, the original sun, was rocked by Nibiru, planet X, and this is why Nibiru it goes around in the opposite direction. So all these planets go rotate in one direction, and Nibiru rotate different direction because of what is called in science the great collision hypostasis. Read about the planet that hit original planet and divided to the moon and the Milky Way, and this is the what is in the moon is was in the earth. Earth and the moon were one, and this is the mother Tiamat was hit by planet Nibiru in the Sumerian story. So here you see the form Ilu, you see here. So we read here about we have Ashur, this is Marduk, also the Assyrians, Ashur, their god, Assyrians, and his wife, daughter Ashira. Uh, we know Ashira was wife of Yahweh. She was called Alat, even called Allah, and even Baal. So this is Ashira and Baal were married together, and Baal was also, Yahweh was married to Ashira. And Ashira was also represented as the tree. I talked about the Christmas tree representing Ashira. It is not uh, recommended to worship a tree according to Yahweh. He's ordered all the trees to be taken out because he thought they were people worshiping his wife, and he got jealous. And his jealous God, he said, not worship the wife, the woman. And we talked about the male and the female energies. We know that Lucifer and they say Enki, but mostly Venus connected to Inanna, and Inanna is Ashira. Actually, Inanna is the daughter of Anu, but some say she's the daughter of the moon, and in that case, she's Hathor, the Egyptian moon goddess. She has a horn, like the moon horns, like the cow. She's actually a cow, Hathor, and she's from the moon, the worship of the moon, and you see the connection to Venus. But we know that this deity supposed to be Lucifer is both male and female, and this is because he wants to take the female role, and this is what happened to Jehovah Yahweh, because they say Yahweh is actually both male and female, because Yah is a female from Lah, Laha, Alat, talked about this one, Allata, and this is female, La, moon goddess, and We is the male. So both male and female, and this is because Venus and the moon combine together. Like you saw this one, you have both the masculine and feminine in the worship of Venus and the moon, because they were fighting to decide if the moon was a male or female. So the Arabs, Semitic, they some like the Arabs, they believe the moon is a woman, sorry, is a man, and the sun is a woman. But some people believe that the man actually is a male, and even the moon. But you see here, the original moon goddess is Ainana, if she is the daughter of the moon. And in Egypt, we know that Hathor also is like she's even Aphrodite, Ashira, and Inanna all together. So of course she was worshipped, and they worship the moon, and this as a female, and this was some jealousy for uh, the male, uh, the husband of maybe like Kronos. He married his mother when he killed or he castrated Uranus' father. So he was like jealous, and Kronos actually is Saturn, and the same story applies to Yahweh because of the castration. We know that also the castration tradition in Judaism and Islam, it is actually from Yahweh, the tradition of for Yahweh is Enlil, actually in the Bible, Sumerian story, the one who uh, wanted circumcision on his people. It was Enlil actually. So this we have it in the Egyptians as well, but it came from the Sumerians, the Enlil, son of Anu, who gave the promise to Abraham to inherit the land from the Nile flood to the Euphrates. In Iraq, from Egypt to Iraq, all these countries, to the generation, family of Abraham, given by the Lord Enlil, El, also Kronos, uh, and he circumcision is for him from the beginning. So they changed his name to Yahweh and Allah later. Talked about this one before. So yeah, it's about worship the sun in the summer. In July, we talked about the Muzi. Then the sun is a male, like male force, and the earth is female. So their marriage, they give flowers, and like the, the marriage of a man, you get children and stuff like that. So let's read here. Let's apply to Hebrew Bible, and Sitchin comments about Elohim. Contrary to what Sitchin say, Elohim does not always mean gods, plural. The meaning of the term is determined by grammatical and contextual clues. Grammar is to language what your internet browser is to website. So here's the talking about what is the word um, Elohim, and the writer here is claiming that it is Ilanu, original. Or we talked about Ilanu means God, Anu, because Il means Anu and also God. So interchangeable. So you can say Ilu, you can say Ilanu, and you can say Anu. Means the same. And you can say Elohim. So this is also Elohim, Allahumma in the Holy Quran, and we have Elohim is like they are discussing is it is plural or singular because they have already the word Allah in Hebrew, and from Aloha, Akkadian, the Semitic for God, Aloha, when they put im in the letters in the last letters, im, they add im. It is the plural, so it's thought okay, this must mean the many gods, and they cannot talk many gods because they thought, oh, maybe they're thinking that was the Anunnaki, many gods created humans together. It's not fit with the Yahweh. Only jealous God created the humans. That's why they get confused. So they say Elohim, but the original word is Ilanu. So they don't say, uh, they say Ilanu, they say Elohim. So it's the same, and it's singular. In which case, there may be plurality in view. All the places in the Hebrew Bible where the word Elohim is identified as Yahweh, the singular God of Israel. You see? So it changed from Anu to Elohim, from then from Elohim to Yahweh. So this was how they changed the story and stuff like that. So here I was talking about here you see here Anshar Sumerian, they put it like in Greek like Kronos, and actually Kronos and Saturn. So here you put Anu like Anshar, and we know Anshar is Saturn. So they say Anu Uranus is Saturn because they thought Anshar and Kishar are the father and the mother of Anu, and we know that Uranus from the planet Anshar Saturn. So it is like when the first it was the moon, then the sun. So the moon is the son of the moon is the father of the sun. So Anu Anshar Saturn, like if Anshar Kishar Anshar abode of Anu. This is heaven marrying earth to get Anu. So heaven Anshar and marry Kishar. So Anu Anshar, the abode of Anu, marries the abode of earth Ki Gaia, and they get Anu. So they put it as Saturn because Anshar is Ashur, and Ashur is uh, where you get the word Assyria, and Ashur is actually we talked about Ashur and Asher. Asher is Enki, and Anshar is Saturn, but because of the word Ashar. So they instead for saying Anshar, they say Ashar, and they thought Ashar is Saturn. But of course, Saturn was maybe created before Uranus, the planet, or the worship. So this is why this is they are saying Anu Uranus is Saturn here, and you see how his wife Antu, and here all these deities Sumerian they have their equivalent in other uh, countries and culture. So like Cronus is Saturn, talked about this one, Saturn, Anshar, even Anu here. So Cronus, Saturn, Savitar, Tvashtar in Hindi, Sanskrit, Savitar. Akanho, Inti. So all these names. So yeah, it is. So here we have Adad. We talked about Adad. This is Adad. This is Zeus. So Zeus here. This is Zeus. You can try to read his Horus, his Ares. Ares is planet Mars. You know, there's the male. Talked about the male energy. Also planet Mars because of planet of the war and stuff like that. So Mars, planet Mars, Mitra. So and this is of course Nino Hursak who helped creating when Enki he used the DNA of the Anunnaki mixed with the Homo erectus and this implanted like to make Nino Hursak pregnant through artificial means. This is we got the name of Nino Hursak become Isis and Aditi and Pashamama and Mother Akka. This is Finno-Ugric. So yeah, yeah. So you have Egyptian. You know that Jeb and Seb, these like, and they got Isis and Nut, like night. This is night, Nut, night. So this is the wife of the like Saturn. So this is the night. I was talking about the god of the night and the god of the day. So night, Nate, Nut, married to Gebseb. Just like here, Anu, his wife Antu. So Kronos married to Rhea, but that's why I say Rhea maybe was married to Anu. So he took his father's wife when he castrated his father. Some say he killed his father Uranus. That's why Jehovah demands, or Enlil, who is Kronos, demands circumcision because he circumcised his father and he just don't want anybody else to have this female power. So he said all the trees must shall be taken out because they represent Ashira. Same story everywhere. So this is a struggle between the female and the male energies. So you got a lot of sun, maybe a lot of energy, male energy, stuff like that. So we have this one, Asar Luhi. So now we go back. So it was written like here, you see here, Anshar. So like I said, they took out the N, it becomes Ashar. And they said Ashar Saturn and it is Anu. And here we see this is Ashar. See, Ashar, Anshar. Just add an N, Anshar. Anshar Luhi. In Sumerian Akkadian mythology, Asar Ludu is one of the Anunnaki. His name also spelled Asar Ludu, Asar Luhi. Talked about Luhi and Lahi. Talked about Yahu and La, Asar Luhi and Namshu. The etymology and meaning of his name unclear. Asar Asaruludu served as an exorcist in Sumerian religious rituals. He is considered protective deity, shining god. The Anuma Alish describes Asaruludu, light of the gods. Another version states is the wizard flaming sword. So early evidence does not associate Asaludu with incantations and magic, but rather with the city of Kawara. Asarludu, the patent deity of Kawara, may have been subsumed into pantheon of Aridu and then equate his role as a god of incantation. Sometimes Asaluhi plays an introducing the patient to Enki. Yeah. This is Asaluhi and Enki. Iya, this is Enki Iya, Ya, Ya, Adonai. So you see here. So later texts describe Asar Ludu as the son of Enki. So who is the son of Enki? This is Marduk. This is Marduk. This is Saturn. Marduchai. Mordechai. Marduk from the planet. The word Nimrud and Marduk and Mars and you see here connection. So this is son of Enki is Marduk, and Marduk is Zeus, Jupiter. And we talked about Anshar, and now we understand that Anshar is Marduk, and Asar actually they mixed adobe of Anu with the word Asar. So when you say Anshar, they thought they are saying Ashar. They thought that's why they thought Anu was Saturn. So this is how they went through demonizing Anu to get to worship the other one, Marduk, son of Enki, who is Asar Luhi. This is Asar Luhi, people. You see his beard. You see all this beard stuff. They come from the Sumerian, and we want to have a big beard. So, so yeah, this is Asar Ludu, and this is the son of Enki. This is Yahweh. This is another name for Yahweh, Asar, Anshar, Saturn, and Luhi. Remember Lahu, Yahu, the moon goddess. Talked about Yahweh, both male and female. So this is Asaludu, son of Enki, who shares Enki equalities of intelligence, counsel, and wild reason, as well as expertise in incantation. Asaludu, son of Eridu, son of Abzu, Enki Iyarilan. Asaludu was Marduk. You see here, people. Asar Uludu was later syncretized with Marduk in the Anuma Alish. Asaluhi is one of Marduk's 50 names. See? Now you understand why. So this is Marduk. So this is why this is Enki. So, so here you see Tiamat, Abzu, Lahamu, it's planet Mars. Lahmu, maybe planet Mars. So here we have Anshar Kishar. So here Anshar marries Kishar. Anshar, abode of heaven. When they said Ashar, they said, oh, this is Marduk. Asaluhi, this is Saturn. This is Kronos. And they said Anshar is the father of Anu. Anshar and Kishar. You see, they got Anu. So they said this is. They cannot say Anu from Saturn, like you say, Uranus from the sun, because the Saturn was the original sun. Before it was the Tiamat, the original sun, and it was knocked out by Nibiru. And then comes Saturn. So then comes the planet Uranus, Anu. And here we have Enlil. Also, this is Kronos. But here they put it on the same line as if, but Enlil is from Anu. This is Kronos from Uranus. So why they put it? They say Enlil His brother of Anu, you see how they mix stuff up, and even Enki. So, and the father is Abzu. Also, King An was married to Tiamat on my father. This is the original son. It was a female. It was hit by the male planet. Nibiru was called the planet Marduk because uh, Marduk he wanted to he actually killed Tiamat and he created the world from her body. And we talked about for him it was a dragon, and but also a female. But her husband, but if Marduk was not a dragon himself, he would not come from her. But he was from her. You see, he was from her. You see here, Marduk. Marduk is from Ea, and Ea is the brother of Anu here. Suppose Ea and Enlil, son of Anu, sons of Anu. But here Marduk is son of Ea, and Ea is son of Kishar Anshar, and from Lahmu. Remember Alalu? He killed this planet or god Onibiru by knocking him out from the roof. So he killed because this was not the royal bloodline. Anunnaki. And then Alalu was buried on planet Mars for killing Lahmu. Because then after that, Alalu he escaped when he lost the battle with King Anu, the Most High. So here we have Daminka. We remember Daminka, she married Ea. Daminka was the daughter of Alalu. So by that marriage, they solved the issue with they want to mix the two bloodlines, the bloodline of Alalu with the bloodline of Ea, who is actually the son of Anu from Abzu, King Anu. So you see how they don't like understand. You understand the Sumerian like you read the Bible, you understand it differently, or the Holy Quran, the Holy Bible. The Sumerian also they have different understanding of how the gods like they are the family tree and stuff like that. So here we have the moon goddess Sin. Talked about Sin. Also the Sin. The word Sin maybe comes actually from that god, moon goddess Sin, and talked about the Egyptian moon goddess. And this is Nerjal. This is also some kind of a god in the god of like demons. And Shammas is sun. So here I have Shammas, so and Sin, the moon, and Marduk. So these guys, you see here, these guys, they are the later generation of gods. This is what I'm saying. So you want to worship these guys? They come later. And Marduk, he killed Tiamat. Marduk, he killed Tiamat. He came from her. She didn't came from him. Understand? She is to be worshipped. Okay, but they say they died. She didn't die. She didn't die. This is we are standing on her now as we speak. This is Earth now, Tiamat. So Marduk, this guy who is king on Earth, he killed his grandmother or his mother, and also he killed Apsu, his grandfather. And we say Marduk also, let's say Cronus, he killed Uranus, or he castrated his father. So that's why we have Marduk, Saturn, and Cronus, but also Marduk, we have it like Jupiter. So now we say how Saturn and Jupiter, they change positions and roles. So yeah, hopefully that was not very complicated. I was not preparing my thoughts. I just wanted to make a quick video. I didn't make a video for a long time, and was want to just read a pray and finish. Let pray for our Father in heaven, Anu, so he can save us through this times and what's happening on Earth today. Good signs and bad signs and bad events and stuff. But we have also very nice sightings and blessings.